about 7 a.m. down here in Tempe, Phoenix, Scottsdale, Arizona. I've been kind of thinking about this video for a little bit off and on, so I'm going to make it. I'm just going to try to be sensitive but also direct. So, down here in Arizona, after trips and some decent sleep and a beard, what do you know? So, I'm going to talk about G4T and MOT. Okay, George, I'm going to do this. Hopefully, just needs to be done, and talk a little bit about you and I, because we got some history, George. So, anyway, G4T, I appreciate your friendship. I remember when I came down to Los Angeles, you were all excited. We all were. Met Morning Mayan and met some other folks. Jeff was there. And kind of adventures, George. Adventures. Fun. Whoa, check that plane out. Well, that's kind of a... Here we go. Wow, look at... Wow. Well, there we go. Look at that thing. That's big. Yeah, I think there's a military base link over there, but who knows? I don't know if that's commercial or military, but interesting looking airship there. So, anyway, George, I appreciate, that was fun. Appreciating me Morning and Jeff the Canuck, the other people, and had a lot of fun down there in Los Angeles. But I think, it's beautiful to be down here in Arizona. And I have to admit, I'm grateful to be out of cold Utah. I mean, the inversion layer, snow, ooh, down here. No inversion layer. In fact, I'm surprised how beautiful the sky is. And 46 degrees here at a little bit after 7 in the morning. So, yeah, as I'm thinking, oh, look at this. It's just beautiful. There's a little panorama of this area. So, bottom line, Mr. Business Terms here, is I remember George, when I first met George, he said, "Hey, MOT, man." And he coined MOT. That came from George. He envisioned, said, "Hey, we got into this because of you, the depression, and you called it." We're talking 2007, stuff like that. But I think the big difference between MOT and G4T, okay, big difference, is this, for me, goes back to visions I had of, frankly, anarchy in the United States when I was like 14, I'd be driving down Sunnyvale, Saratoga Road, where Apple Computer is now. This is before Apple Computer, because we're talking early 70s, 71, 70. Way back when Cupertino was kind of like the Boondocks, okay? There was a big kind of flour mill plant, stuff like that. And I kind of saw that. Then I dove into the scriptures, and when I went on my Mormon mission, I just really dove into the scriptures. I read a book. I was very strict on my mission. For 2 years, you weren't supposed to speak English. And so basically I didn't speak English for 2 years. I was very strict on my mission. I read a book called Jesus the Christ, including every footnote in Spanish. I read the whole Bible, every word of the Bible in Spanish. Of course, the Book of Mormon in Spanish. Artículos de fe. El milagro de perdón, las enseñanzas del profeta José Smith, and other stuff down in Argentina. So, immersed myself in it. And I guess, reading the book of Revelations, which has been on my mind for about 3 years now, it's just in me, okay? The book of Revelations, the Bible, Isaiah, I can't wait, because I didn't bring my scriptures down here, to find a DI and buy another copy of the Bible, because I got to dive into Isaiah and Revelations. I just have to. I don't think George felt that way. And he said, yeah, Brent, it was kind of a trend for George. He got into it. And now to watch him exit it is just kind of interesting. But I can't do that. I know the S&P hit a new high. I think, what is it now, man? 1642. Oh, my gosh. 1842. It's so high, I can't believe it. And the Dow and just all this stuff. To me, it's just propped up more and more. And to me, that's the reality. It's just going to crash. So after this, I'm going to make a video called 1929-ish, right after this. But George, anyway, thanks for your friendship. And George, I guess I know we'll still kind of be, maybe not hate each other, but it's kind of funny when you say, I don't want to hang around negative people. I don't want to do this. It's like, wow, George. Okay, whatever. Freedom, freedom, freedom. But, I appreciate the Hog Ranch videos and all that kind of stuff. But you just can't change the situation of the world because your personal circumstances change. I could, whatever, all of a sudden become a great shot putter again, go to the Olympics and win it and hang out with Bruce Jenner, or, because I like Bruce Jenner. When I met him a couple times, he's a pretty funny guy, I thought. I liked him. I like Bruce Jenner. But let's say I had a great career in shot putting or whatever I was doing. It doesn't change the economic situation of the United States of America or the whole world. These things, the conspiracy, the Federal Reserve, the 100-year anniversary, all these things are just real history. The fiat currency is real. Gold and silver, being artificially suppressed, that's real. Those rocks are real. This is real. This isn't an illusion. I love the vegetation down here, the way God made it, because it just survives. Definitely not broadleaf. I just love it. So, George, macroeconomic situations can't just change because of personal situations. But I'm glad for the positive changes in your personal situation. I'm glad that you're back with Pearlie and your kids, and I'm glad you're doing what makes you happy. It's all about freedom. For a man of truth, what makes me happy is truth, and that doesn't change over days, weeks, years, millennia, or mega millennia. Truth never changes. And this whole economic thing, no, it's not depressing. I'm not depressed that I know that it's about to totally collapse when we're going to anarchy. Am I depressed that it hasn't happened yet? No. I'm kind of glad there's extra time to prepare. But is this system, this Babylonian fiat system going down? Absolutely. For sure. Do I know the day when? No. People say, well, you don't know the second day of the second coming of Jesus Christ. That's true. I don't. Only the Father knows. Okay? Only the Father knows. I don't even think Jesus knows. The Father knows. But since they're so in tune, he might have it dialed in pretty well. But this whole thing, this is epic, historic, and massive. So, George, God bless you in Southern California. My blood belongs in the Rocky Mountains. I'm down here to get away from the cold for a little bit because I can. Am I happy to be here? Yeah. I worked out last night, and it's going to be fun to get tan and work out and be down here. Why? Because that's my mental health thing, working out, physical fitness, healthy foods, preparing for what's coming. So, the macroeconomic situation hasn't changed, George. God bless you in your endeavors. God bless me. God bless everybody else. But we're different folks. We read different books. I love you. And I appreciate your videos and your honesty and what you've done. So, rock on. Take care, George. I'll be here bagging rays and lifting weights and reading the Wall Street Journal and the book of Isaiah and the book of Revelations and endeavoring in a very imperfect way to apply the scriptures in my life. Okay. Beautiful. Ciao.